uh, okay, 2 sessions ago we were still inside the city, right? And then it was we were going to talk to the High Blade uh to so we could talk to the High Inquisitor. But before that, Isilia fell unconscious, right? And
Yep.
she had like a vision of like uh some cavern, basically like where there was like Lyra or something that was like stuck inside like a block of ice or some shit, like the Avatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after that, when we spoke to Octavia, she wasn't very keen on. Oh no, well, not that she wasn't very keen, but she wasn't very like enthusiastic that we were going to take care of the dragon. She more thought that like the coven was more of a big issue. So she wanted us to get rid of the coven for her instead, so that she could free up the army to help Everesca. Because currently, if she were to help Everesca, she would give up She would give up her entire army, which would leave the entire city vulnerable to the coven. So we decided to help her with the coven, or try our best, after discovering that she gave us a lead on where they could potentially be operating out of, which was a sunken temple that was in the marsh. And so as she was getting ready the maps of the areas and preparing us to head out to the marsh, it was gonna take like a day and um, to get the things ready, right? And we also managed to figure out that there used to be some elf queen that like that supposedly wrote these magical scrolls that were like lost or not in the world anymore. And the out of character theory of the party is that the mask elves are also trying to figure out these scrolls, and they are at the sunken temple with the coven, trying to figure out a way to get hold of these scrolls for their magical power. I think that was what's going on. And before we set out, we managed to speak to Verona and let her know what was going on. And we were also forcibly, like Verona also forcibly made us tell her like the whereabouts of the plastic surgeon that was in the marsh. And also the fact that Bastion has no history. Well, there were instructions to void any writings of Bastion's history. And also, Verona is very powerful and can dimension door. And before we decided to call it a night, because we needed to set up the next day with Verona instead of ourselves in the middle of the night, Oracus went out on a foraging journey where he discovered mushrooms, and the mushrooms were indeed poisonous. And he managed to forage these mushrooms, but their poisonous spores are no longer intact. So it's just the mushrooms. No, don't know what good that will be, but maybe useful sometime in the future. And
You were
as
there
we, yeah, I was there too, and I got poisoned. I remember. And as we traversed through the marsh towards where the sunken temple was supposed to be, we were stopped by a large plot of water that was blocking our way. And obviously, whoever was operating out of these marshes, they're not trying their best to hide. Like, it's like it's a bunch of houses, and their lights are on. It's very visible from the outside. It's not like it was a hidden operation or anything, which was, very curious. And as we took a boat that was gracefully brought over by the fine steed crab, we discovered that within this sunken temple there were people living inside, sort of people that are living within the shelter of the sunken temple. And as we entered, we met with the elf, right? Wait, who was inside the temple? Is it the elf queen?
looks like the elf queen, but it was Iridessa.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. As we pick off from a while back, where we left off, the five of you have journeyed to the sunken temple and discover what appears to be some sort of ramshackle, uh, cobbly put together human sort of settlement. Many different people who you have deduced are people who have fled from Bastion, have sought refuge here. Their living conditions are not ideal, but they appear to make do and they seem quite content. After coming up on what appeared to be a healer who was helping out with the wounds of another person, she turns to you, revealing what appears to be a elven lady with very beautiful long golden hair, wearing what appears to be some sort of makeshift wooden crown that adorns her visage. Turns to you and says, "Ah, Queen Eladrin, pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Wait, she didn't say that, right?
She said Eladrin, right? She introduced herself. Not Iridessa, right?
Yes.
Oh, I
Hmm?
yeah, I remember
Oh, Iridessa, is it?
Yeah,
she
she
made
know
her
we
known
know.
that she was Iridessa.
Okay. Queen Iridessa, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I think she said something like, "Oh, didn't expect
Return
to
the
like
heart.
see you so
Oh, yeah.
soon."
Yeah,
Something.
Okay. Yeah. Let's pick up where we left off then.
Oh, I think we talked a bit about like not going to, as in off the table, but like we talked about not going to hand over the heart unless it's something valuable in return, right? Like a hostage.
Mhm.
Also, to remind
Yeah.
whoever is holding the heart that the heart is pounding like mad now. Yeah.
that would be Saifred.
But why?
Cause it's hers.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
not.
Sister? What is it? What? It's not
Daughter?
her sister.
Daughter.
It's her daughter. Yeah.
Okay, what would the five of you like to do? If not said a word.
Well, this is awkward.
She smiles gently and says, "Awkward how?" And then she turns to the people and just said, would you care bringing him to the tent? Uh, get him some food, get him some water, and perhaps get a couple glasses of. Do we still have the whatever wine or ale, something to serve our guests?" Then she turns to the five of you.
Don't need.
Well,
Actually,
then she just ignores what you're saying. You say, "We'll make do with tea if there's no wine or ale, and then bring it to my tent." You can see like the people start running off, and as they're told.
hint. Aren't we in like a tower?
It's a
Like in,
temple.
Sunken temple.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, they have tents.
oh,
It's cobbled together like rags. I mean, not really rags, but like cloth and everything.
and when we came in, we did did we ever get the size of this room that we are in?
Extremely large. This temple. If you had the estimate,
So we went from the top, then we walked down,
Yes.
and then it
Yeah.
opened up into
Yeah.
okay. Like how large is large?
And you estimate like 300 to 350 feet across.
It's like a square room, or it's like a
It
Around
looks like
circle.
it
Cylinder?
looks like it looks square-ish.
Square. Okay.
So we're waiting for tea.
This way, if if you like. We could speak somewhere more private.
Is this where all the Bastion refugees, escapees are? That you help?
Yes. Yes. You can see our living conditions are not ideal, but we make do. Bastion has not been very kind to them.
So they are. So you're stationed out in the marshes in a sunken temple. What of
That's
the other
correct.
buildings on the outside, other than the temple? What's inside them?
What other buildings?
Out of character, there were 2 more, right? There was 3 buildings in total.
No.
It's just one.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, it was like I
Just
think
the
like
temple.
the thing was like peeking out because it's
Yeah.
like half. It's like half
Sunken.
submerged, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like the
Right.
top was peeking out, and then like it's like an iceberg situation.
Oh, okay,
Mm.
then scratch that. It's just one building.
Okay. We weren't really counting on.
I mean-
running into you here, but we might as well make the best of the situation. After you.
And we all know what you're here for.
Do we?
She kind of
There's only one thing of interest here.
she walks ahead, just completely ignoring what you say, Oracus, and then you can see that she at points she stops and talks to people, smiles, kind of like plays with the children before entering what appears to be a slightly larger tent at the end of the northern end of the temple.
A
Just to
shrug.
clarify, right? Sorry, just to clarify, the refugees we spoke to referred to her as the Lost Elven Queen, right?
Mm.
Okay.
I shrug and follow her into the tent, I guess, and suppose the rest of the party will come.
Yeah.
As you enter, just please have a seat wherever you feel like there isn't much space, but
What's the inside of the tent like?
there's a bedroll. There's a table with what appears to be a chopping board. There's some fruit that is half cut, a pitcher of water, and then what appears to be kind of like a chest at the side.
Well, I suppose we should address the elephant in the room first. Obviously, we have found ourselves in.
Have a seat first, if you don't mind.
I remain standing.
I look around. Is there a place for us to sit? To sit?
Yeah, the obvious place to sit. Or...
There's no obvious place to sit.
Stand lah. She said I can stand or sit. Stand lah.
Are you gonna bind us with your vines if we do?
You wouldn't be afraid of an unarmed woman, would you?
Ha 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 ha.
You are neither.
I mean, I will just want to move this conversation along. If there's anything to sit on, I'll just like sit on it.
She looks at the rest of you after
Wow.
Seyfried sits
I'll
down.
just sit on the floor.
Yeah, I'll sit on whatever, like a stump or a log or something. Just like a stool.
Mm.
I'll lean up against a table, I guess. There was a table, right? You said?
Yeah, it's quite small, but yes, there is
Yeah.
a table.
I'll lean next to Oracus.
So, we've.
She settles herself reasonably close, but sits down on the floor. Then looks at you, Seyfried.
So it seems we've found ourselves on the opposite sides of a conflict and the same side of one.
Question: Eladrin is it Eladrion or is it
Yeah, Eladrion.
Eladrion? Okay, okay.
Yeah. before she starts to say something, you see the curtains. Pardon, my queen, the tea. And then she see like this young boy brings in like 5 cups of tea, hands it to all 5 of you, including her. You look down at the tea and it's pretty shit tea. It seems like the
It's
tea leaves are not great. They just add the hot water to some what appears to be like leaves.
I will take a sip.
Tastes like grass.
I suppose it's easier to go in reverse chronological order to make. Yeah, I think that's the better idea. So why don't you tell us, how did this conflict with Bastion start, and why are you helping these people?
I would very much like to hear what you have to say first. And please, spare no detail about how you killed my daughter.
Oh, she's not really dead, is she?
Not entirely.
So yeah,
Let's be very clear. Or let me be very clear. I don't care much for her. But blood is blood.
well, it was nothing personal. We were on the trail of shall we say that Ethelwine put herself in between us and our objectives. We had no quarrel with her, and she. To be honest,
Yeah, we had
We-
honestly no quarrel with her. Like we didn't reach out to her in any way. She just kept like, "Hey guys,
and
hey guys," needling and like
if we were being perfectly honest, we also weren't intending to strike her down with a fatal blow. It just happened in the heat of combat. So,
It was
how
probably
much detail do
better
you
that
want to
you.
go into?
It's probably better that you killed her anyway.
Would you have suffered it worse in your hands?
I'm not the disciplinarian in the family.
Raise an eyebrow.
Did
Who
she
is?
do
So
it?
Iritil is the disciplinarian or not you? Or it's not, it
He
came from the mom.
glares at you and said, "You be very careful to watch your tongue when you say that name."
Did Etoy do something wrong? Like, did she not listen to you or something? Don't seem to.
She failed to kill us, Casglove.
Well, that doesn't sound like. I mean, it sounds like it goes way back, like with Etoy and.
She's done her part. And she's dispensable as far as I'm concerned.
I'd like to insight check that.
Sure. I need to roll, do I? Need to roll. 2 seconds. There's her sheet. Caught. She seems to be telling the truth.
Oh, well, okay then. I mean, I didn't like her either, but just seems a bit strange seeing that you are all. I mean, you're blood related, right?
Not exactly.
Are you?
is this an elf thing? Then I like look at like the two elves in the party.
I shrug. I don't know my own blood.
Listen, I don't particularly like the situation that I've been put in. I don't particularly like dealing or haggling. But the king wants her heart back.
King of the Hollow Court,
Monarchy.
then.
Sorry again, Seyfried?
King of the Hollow Court.
We prefer the Court of Hollows.
Court of Hollows, right? To what end does this court serve? Revenge
Hmm.
against the other courts? Control of the Feywild?
And why does your fight have anything to do with the mortal realm?
I'm sure you have many questions, but this discussion is not for those questions. We are having just a very simple one today. I want the heart. What do you want? If you
Oh,
want
yeah.
answers, I can give you answers for the heart.
Well, what else do you have to offer? We're not in a particular hurry to get rid of the heart. We could easily hang on to it.
Well, speak your desire. Would you perhaps want to be rid of your curse?
I do, but
I could do that.
certainly it will happen in due time. When it is due time. I don't suppose you'll take the heart in exchange for leaving the material realm alone.
How you word the contract is very particular. I couldn't leave the material realm alone.
Or the Court of Hollows to leave the material realm alone.
Doable?
And your actions in the Feywilds would still threaten.
On the inside check that.
Sure.
That doable. Ah, my god, I always roll them shitty.
Seems to be telling the truth.
No.
As far as you're concerned in character, she seems to be telling the truth.
But well, I think it's a little difficult to make our well, I don't want to say demands, but like our side of the deal when we have so many questions. It feels like we'll be just rushing into a decision. Like,
Child, you are young. You want this war with us to end.
yes, of course. Will you end this war if we just give you the heart?
Let's draft out a deal. And she looks at you, Gaskala. I promise we, as a court, will pull back to the Feywild.
But what does that mean? I mean, I don't know who's in your court. Are the mass elves and everyone that's been attacking us, and like what would that mean?
Well, I'm wording it very, very specifically. We, as a court, will pull back to the Feywild, and we, as a court, will not threaten your realm.
You see,
Any
therein
further?
lies the problem, right? as it stands, it can be argued that you're
Hmm.
not even in the material plane right now. As it stands, it could be perceived that you will have never left the Feyrealm.
I scratch my head.
You
What is
are
your deal? What? Why aren't we a stain on this 10th floor? Why do you even humor us right now?
very, very simple. I just want the heart. And yes, it would be simple enough to take it from you myself. But unlike my daughters and unlike my sons, I have a little bit more poising grace. I believe in mutual respect. If the five of
will-
you were able to strike down my daughter, you are worthy, at least, to speak to. Even if it is for a moment.
You know the wizard who is with us?
I've seen her.
Well, ultimately, it's not our heart to bargain with. She has to make the decision.
She's not here.
If we can like end this war like with this heart, I feel like that's a pretty good deal, isn't it? We can just give her the heart, and if I'm sure no one would mind if like we keep Everesca or even like the whole Kefla doesn't
It's
know
when
what
the 10th flat opens. Says, my queen, there's an issue which requires your. And then she stops him and says, I will be right there.
Yeah, because I don't think it's that
This-
simple.
She pulls out, she walks over to her trunk and pulls out a piece of paper. Tell you what, make a list with your demands. I will be right back. She puts down a ink quill in a piece of parchment in front of you. The two of you who are seated at the table or near the table, standing, whatever. She leaves the tent.
Hmm.
I'll take the time to take a closer look at the room.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Looking, yeah, for anything maybe about her purpose here or the Court of Hollows. Let me open my sheet.
I'll watch the entrance of the tent to make sure that there's no suspicious figures coming in and out.
Okay, so I think, right, if we are forced to a decision right now, it's not going to be possible to end the war. Right? There's no way we can convince them to win the war. There
Yeah,
will
I
be
mean,
some way to that they are gonna bypass this contract. But it would make
Exactly.
more
100%.
sense. It would make more sense for us to try and win a battle, right? If we can propose something very achievable like leaving Bastion alone, that means Bastion's support goes to Everesca, it adds to the overall chance that Everesca has. And by extension the material plane, because it seems that no one else is like aware of this threat or even acknowledging the threat. Not to say that Everesca is taking the threat seriously, but at least the High Lord is, right? At least one person is.
So if
Yeah, come
what
on,
if
man.
we get them to agree to leave the material plane?
If we want
Who
what's her
is
face
them?
to be part of the conversation, what's her name? Rona.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just ask her to come.
You should, I think.
Then they talk it out lah. Since they big bitches.
Yeah. We're
Then
not
they talk
we
to
don't
each
have
other.
enough decision make we don't have information to make this decision.
Exactly.
Also, do I find anything?
Tesla
So
because
I'll suggest to
How much
just
I roll? 18?
bring
Yeah.
her here?
A bunch of clothes in the chest as well.
Where?
Empty plain parchment, underwear, undergarments. Nothing much of interest.
Plain parchment.
Plain parchments.
Are they magical in
Magical.
nature?
No, but yeah, as I was saying, their bodies aren't even here, so technically they're still in the Feywild. They are
Yeah,
How does
leaving
exactly.
the
that
material
work?
plane alone, but they're still pushing
Yeah.
their agenda. So it
I'm sorry,
really,
how does that work? These are vessels,
yeah,
shells?
yeah, it is
Yeah.
what. It's
Yeah,
like
vessels.
Ethelwine wasn't.
Well,
That wasn't her first
It's like
body, at
body
least.
snatchers.
well, but yeah, I would think when she says that she would actually leave this whatever body behind and go back to the Feywild.
No, I don't think
No.
so.
Will
I don't think
she?
Then, I mean, then what do you guys think she means when she says she?
I mean, put it this way: she clearly knows what's our intent when we say leave the material realm alone, and she still cites the importance of wording it carefully.
Like maybe the immediate
Mm.
cut of hollows is just like her and like a few people, but then every one of their lackeys is not considered cut of hollows. So they can roam wherever they want to. They're just
Yeah.
doing our bidding, but they're not actually part of the court. They just,
It's just
you know,
wordplay.
they're
Yeah.
like contract workers.
Why they just
Temporary
rename?
staff,
They
you
just
know?
rename the court, you know.
Exactly. So
Then they can
there's
enter
like
already.
so many loopholes. Like I wouldn't strike a deal with her. I wouldn't strike a deal with her. If a deal is to be struck, I want Verona to be putting her name down and not us.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if you want to strike a deal, sure, you strike a deal with Verona. You're not striking a deal with me. Not striking a deal with us.
I mean, she can double D here,
Then
right? So that's we get her
any
double D here.
consequences, not my taiji. Not
By
our
the way,
taiji.
is the parchment magical? Celia,
I do not have
Robert.
detect magic available.
I'll pop a detect magic. I was going to do that anyway. Like the moment she
Okay.
left the tent, I would have popped the detect magic.
There is nothing magical in the tent.
No way. There's no way.
Aha, but in
What?
the tent. How about outside the tent?
Nothing
No,
within the
any 30 feet lah.
Nothing within 30 feet.
What?
What material is the chest made out of?
Wood.
It's not a Faraday cage.
Hey, you didn't know. I know, bro.
Magical
It's
Faraday cage.
D&D. Okay, well, anyway. That
Should
would be
beam
my
Verona
suggestion.
in.
Is that yeah, I can like if you like we think that this person should be one making conversation. You say she's not here now. It's very easy to summon her here, not a problem. She literally will be here in like 5 minutes. So if you want to like have that conversation, then you can have that conversation. Just like how you have minions, we are her minions. So you go and talk to her.
Then we have no choice but to do whatever Verona says.
Yeah, whatever.
That's on Verona. That's not on us. If
Unless you
Verona
have a
makes a
plan.
bad decision, then that's her fault. Mhm.
She's not a Morgus, right?
I don't know.
Oh, okay then. Should we
I don't want to
just-
sign our names to this. I refuse to go into any contract with someone like her with our names on the piece of paper.
Has
Like,
Verona seen the
that
heart?
is not a good idea at all.
Wait, has Verona seen the heart?
Oh my god, have we told her about we told her about the heart, but we didn't show it to her. I think that one Cypher just like kept it.
Can't remember. I think I did.
Like you didn't take it out, like we talked about it lah.
What if we ask for 3 wishes that she must grant?
Then each wish is a wish spell.
Yeah, it's terrible.
3
Wish
literal
one.
wishes.
Wish
ways
one,
to-
3 more wishes.
Exactly.
three. No, I don't think you understand. There's 3 ways where this campaign can end. Badly for us. Is what I mean to say.
Well,
We'll
okay
go up with
then.
a bang, right?
Then I guess we.
I'm for the idea of asking her to come in. I can send a sending spell and tell her to make her way right now.
Yeah.
Should I do that?
Seems important, yeah.
Okay.
So when they say
like,
when
you're all good? Okay, like I'm only gonna do it if everyone is like
I don't know. This is out of my
I don't see why not.
85 to 90% sure. Like this
My-
is
expertise.
okay.
I mean, unless someone has an idea, because we have no idea, and she's not giving us any information on any potential
I mean
pitches.
the Bastion thing does make sense. Like if you want to be very specific, okay, like stop attacking Bastion City forever, right? Then yeah, I guess we can be that specific. But
So
then
wait, so
to give up the heart for a city doesn't seem like a
No, I mean
very
it's still
fair
very
deal.
let us make a few
loopholey,
wishes,
right?
right?
What
Sorry?
if they rename Bastion to something else? Does that mean they can start attacking it again?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What if instead of attacking Bastion, they like poison the
Yeah,
water?
or they just siege the cities. We are not attacking it. It's on siege.
Yeah.
It's just that you'll never have any food ever again. So it doesn't make sense, lah. I tell you, we cannot
Okay,
like.
then if
cannot
we
win
don't
in
want
this
to put
situation.
the specific terms on paper, then we will leave it to Verona to do it. Lah.
True.
Since
Yeah.
she's like all about like, oh, you know.
I think honestly, right, this whole heart is not as valuable as you think, lah. Really, real talk, real talk. Honestly, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
if
I
the
know,
other one
that's
comes
fine.
out.
I don't
just need
want
to,
to go
like-
into a contract with her. That's
Now, so
my
if we
main
do
deal.
go into a contract with her, right? That's considering our last option before calling Verona, right? If you do want to make a contract with her, the best way to do is like something material, something that is like an object that is of significance, that is like you cannot have like 1 million gold is 1 million gold, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Mm,
Or like a specific thing that is measurable, quantifiable, that you can validate is authentic, and then it's a one and done. An item for an item, that's it. Right? You know, if you want to say a life for a life, then you know one scroll of true resurrection.
Ooh.
But we do not advance
Hmm.
the plot lah. We don't advance
Yeah,
our
yeah,
cause.
yeah.
But I don't think she's willing to let us advance the plot. She's not giving anything to us.
How about make us all level 20?
That one goes above
Her
the
pay
queen.
grade, yeah.
That one goes
That's
to
not.
Darren
That's
Lee's
our.
Quan Rong.
That's our character, friend.
That one is above the king archway. This one is the true king of the universe. Darren Lee.
I'll be careful if you say that name. If I were you.
Actual god.
Oh, dear. Oh yeah, actual god.
Okay then, let's get Verona.
Yeah, we
in.
can. That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, if we want to do an item for an item, then maybe we
No.
don't need Verona.
I mean,
or-
that just sounds like Verona's gonna get real mad.
What to do?
They call her in That makes the most sense, right?
That I mean, oh, fine. That if you don't want to
Okay.
do that, then okay. Lah.
Summon
I mean, what
her.
could we
Sure,
possibly
I
ask
will.
for though in like material worth that would make this work? Like no,
I think
Don't
a scroll
attack.
of true resurrection is pretty great. Not gonna lie.
Wait, hold on. So the coven that Octavia was talking about that was functioning out of the sunken temple is just one person.
They're so incompetent, eh. Their intel, their city is all so shit,
Yeah,
eh.
whatever lah. Whatever.
Yeah, like it's just so like where's the rest of the
Okay.
coven? Like it's just one person, is it?
It's just bad
No lah,
intel.
obviously not.
Sure, there's more.
Yeah.
Then
Just
what is this like
here.
intel from the High Inquisitor? Let's just go all the way out here, then it's like nothing.
Well, it's not
Ah.
nothing.
Okay, wait. Let's go through our objective. Our objective coming out here is to, according to Octavia, is to secure a means of protecting Bastion, like from getting attacked ever again by this carbon bullshit, right? So that's the reason why we made the trek out here. So upon finding out that
think
this
it's
is the
multi-pronged, right?
situation,
We came to investigate the sunken temple also because we know about the Forgot what's the
yeah,
name.
the scrolls or the
Materials, yeah.
whatever.
Materials.
Yeah. So if we my god, I don't know. Should we just
I think
ping
get
Verona?
I think just get Verona here. Get
Alright,
Verona's ass
sure,
here.
sure. I will send Verona a message
Hmm?
requesting for her
Craft the
presence
message, please.
in this thing.
Could I leave the tent
Wait, hold on.
and could I walk around? Is that okay? Like, does it if I look outside, does it seem very free and easy? Like, people are
Yeah.
just walking around.
Yeah.
I feel like exploring for a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, it's a sunken temple, right? Does it go deeper than the current floor?
I can't give you the answer to that.
I would like to explore the current floor that we're on.
Okay. Okay, Velvin walks out of the tent.
I'm telling you guys, I'm just gonna look around.
Like, don't go too far. Like,
Okay,
just
yeah. Anyone that wants to come with can come with. If not, I'm just gonna walk around. I'll be back in like maybe a minute.
Okay. I think it's better we don't split up. Or go alone. We'll be back here. We'll walk one round and be back here in 10 minutes, okay?
Yeah. Yep. Let's do that.
I'll follow Bourbon.
Okay. Well, I would like to explore the current floor.
Okay. So walking around, you do notice there are some points of interest, if you will. And you also do notice what Queen Iridessa is doing. She's currently, like, what she appears to be doing, she's, like, teaching some people, like, what to do with the food that has just been brought in for the day. Or instructing, if you will. There is what appears to be a soup kitchen. What appears to be like a makeshift blacksmith, although they're not actually making weapons. They're making metalware.
Like utensils?
Yeah, like not even like utensils, like hooks and stuff for fishing and stuff like that. Like metal equipment, pails, buckets, handles, that kind of thing. Yeah. There is a leather worker who appears to be working with fur. A tailor who appears to be kind of like not really making new clothes, but mending clothes. And you notice they don't trade with money here. They trade with what appears to be favors. And when they buy something, they owe that person a certain number of favors, and they note it on what appears to be like this makeshift wood kind of like tablet that they carry around with them.
Interesting.
Would you like to
Similar
go
to
to-
the contract that we
Would you
were
like
about
to-
to sign.
Try to do anything.
Well, I would
But-
like to look for any sort of sign of an entrance to go deeper, like more underground. I'm just looking for either like, because you said that it's like slightly wet, right? I would like to look for things like the direction of maybe like there's a towel or like there's like a pathway that the water is dripping downwards to. There's like a drainage.
Investigation check, please.
I'll help him. I will look. You help me.
I will send a message saying, make your way to the temple. Queen Iridessa of the Court of Hollows wants to make a deal in return for her daughter's heart.
Intelligence -1.
Short and sweet.
I was saying, let me look. But I guess, yeah, I mean, how hard is it gonna be?
Reply, what kind of deal? What is she offering? Okay, then, sorry, Verban and Orcus can continue.
Yeah,
God,
I rolled an
fucking
11.
Useless bitch eh. Na, be 臭鸡巴欸.
She dimensioned Dawn to prove a point that she could do it, but she won't do it for this.
Just get your ass here now. and talk to her about it. Non-negotiable. Okay, thanks, bye.
No
I mean, I
reply.
don't say get your ass here now. I just say your presence is needed to make the deal. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I meant.
Please
Okay.
revert.
But I would
Please
say
revert.
non-negotiable. I would put
Okay,
that.
what you roll?
I rolled an 11.
With advantage because Oracles is there.
Okay, I'm going again.
Yeah, slightly better, I
You
guess.
do notice that at certain points in temple, when you're walking along the walls, the border walls of the temple, uh, the walls are kind of like the water is running down the walls at points, and you notice that there are almost like gaps in the tiles that allow the water to go down. So you would wager a guess that there is a lower floor to this area.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind and I'll let Oracus know. And then tell him that we should head back.
Do we not see, I don't know, any doorway or
No.
entrance that goes
No.
down? No.
Yeah, I was particularly looking for something like that because if the water drops down, right, it has to go somewhere, and that would
No, I
mean
mean-
that there's maybe like a lower floor, like a lower area to it.
Clearly there is, right? I mean, remember why we are here in the first place is to, I don't know, find information about the, I forgot what they're called.
The Coven?
No. Queen
There's the
Belligerent's-
Queen Eledron, and the like the magical scrolls, right?
Yeah. Information about
Mm.
that.
Well, I was thinking that there was gonna be an obvious like entrance below, but it seems like either it's closed off or maybe we got the wrong entrance, or yeah, probably something like that. But I think it's just good to take note that there's probably something below, and if there comes an opportunity in the future, we could explore.
Okay. You return. The two of you return. Iridessa returns and she notices the paper is blank. She's like, "Do you require more time?"
Oh no, we've requested for what's her face to come here
At
and
this point, Verona does open the flap. So, am I
there you
interrupting?
go. No. Presence has been requested, so
And the moment she locks eyes with Iridessa, you can see there's almost like a frown of worry.
How about you? There's a, what's her facial expression like? Can I
Poised and
insight check?
confident. Don't even need to insight check.
Okay.
well,
Iridessa sits back down behind the table and says, "Well, interesting development." She smiles. Verona will whisper to you, say, "Get the rest. Let me handle this. Wait outside."
I got you here.
That's our cue. All right, we head outside, and I tell the party mates about what I found.
What would you like to do now? The discussion of character will take about 15-20 minutes.
I would
I
like to
am going to
eavesdrop.
eavesdrop. Exactly, right?
If she
Eavesdrop.
whispers to me, I'll whisper back to her. I'll be like, "Be damn careful." That's all I'll say. But I'm not saying it in like a you are like super annoying. I'm like, for the first time, she will
You're worried for
clock
her.
that Isilia is genuinely concerned and wants her to be like on her A game. Yeah, that will be the first time she will clock that from me. And I walk out.
I just say like, damn. Would be crazy if Iridessa was really the queen from all those years back. Doesn't work out.
Oh my god.
I think a bit out of earshot. Like, do you think they know each other? Like,
Well, I
it
mean,
feels like they know.
Els live a long time. I won't be surprised. But yes, I think everyone is gonna eavesdrop. That's, everyone's just gonna. Sorry.
Will be a difficult check. So we can all go ahead and
Come on,
roll.
someone
I am
pull
going to-
through.
I am going to stealth so I can get closer.
Wow. Chill.
How close do you want to get?
Might as well don't leave the room. Just go and stay in the room.
You can do that with your PP
Just
poof.
lie down and then like leave a flap, but then just put your ear underneath the flap.
Wait,
Do
so
we have tools for this?
yeah, exactly. How thick are the
No.
walls?
It's a
It's not a
10.
wall, it's a tent.
The tent.
Exactly right. So can't I use like the thieves' tools? There's like a stethoscope or some shit.
You can use a thieves tools. If you're using a thieves tools,
Alright.
then you can make me a check with advantage.
Wait, do we have a cloak of disappearance or is that the wrong campaign?
The fuck?
Do we?
Campaign, I think.
You playing Harry Potter?
I sort of remember having a cloak of disappearance though.
A ring
No,
of
lah, that's a
invisibility.
billowing.
Oh.
Okay.
Ring of invisibility.
Yeah.
Not that it would do Cypriot any good in his cling clang kong kong.
Everybody can make me a perception check.
Wait,
Okay,
what about the
okay.
thieves too?
Don't need any more.
Wow.
I'm just rolling for lols. Insight lah. Perception.
Perception.
I'm very perceptive.
Wow, Oracus, very good.
All we hear is a conversation about pasta.
Because they
Lovan?
really-
Bless Oracus and his ears.
It is
I'm not
very
gonna bless
soft still, Oracus.
Mhm.
But you do get a gist of what Verona is saying, or what she's trying to negotiate. Everybody else doesn't hear shit. Anyway, okay. She's negotiating for something related to Everesca's defense and the war. Trying to secure number one, the strength of the Mital. Number two, ensure that the city is safe from harm.
Nebraska only.
Everesca only.
We're not surprised, are we?
That's it.
While that is happening, I'll just go to Cypher and be like, hey, what if you just stab the heart right now? Like while they're making the deal. What do you think will happen? But I mean like she doesn't care if she lives or dies anyway.
I don't
I'm
think
s-
it would work.
Really?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
it
think
just-
it would.
Shunt her back to the Fey realm?
Yeah, these things are just symbols, right? It's not significant that it's a heart or it's beating. I think it's just magic in its purest form, and if we don't destroy it the right way, it simply reforms. I mean, we
Mm.
know of like undead created by low-level necromancy that is capable of such
As our
feats.
conversation goes on, Oracus, you get the line, you hear this line, and I can have your word that your host, every single one of your men, and your entire court will not step foot in on Everescan soil. And you hear, confident, yes.
I don't trust her.
Aaron, can you
Okay,
repeat what
whatever.
you said
Wait, say what
exactly
you say?
again?
Can your what? Your host?
Your host, all your men, children, and your court will not step foot on Everescan soil ever.
Grandchildren can
Posterity! Say posterity! Aduma! Oh wait. Host? She said host.
Host.
Yeah.
Host
Your
can
host as in
mean
your-
army,
the army
or it
and
can be
everything.
body.
Yeah.
Can be like
Oh
your
yeah,
host body.
exactly. Host body, like what? What do you mean by host?
But it generally in this context means their
Your army lah.
army. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bastion is not considered Everescan soil, right?
Bastion
No.
can fuck itself.
Bastion
lah.
is Bastion.
Basically.
Bye.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
It's like
say
China, it's like
she's
Singapore,
throwing
Malaysia.
everybody to the wolves.
Build one cannon also cannot gun.
What was the cannon there with the
The
Dragonator?
Dragonator will
Dragonator.
take 7 days to complete.
Walao,
Dragonator.
still having party.
Oh. Anyway, we don't hear anything. We just yeah. How's it going, Argus?
See me question mark question mark. Frowning. Then that's the last thing I hear, is it?
Then you hear something along the lines of, "We can make it happen, but we will need more than just the heart."
I can go and kill Dulcina now and use 2 hearts to trade.
Okay.
Then that's it.
It's a bit muffled, a bit muffled, a bit muffled. Then after that, you hear something about safe passage to the Feywild.
Who says this?
Huh?
Who says this?
Iridessa.
I think she's saying it like a question. Face passion to pay
No,
wow.
no question.
Statement. Oh,
Statement. Safe passage to the Feywild. As well as. After that, it goes quiet. Muffled.
Can I at least hear like how long or how many
It's quite short.
syllables?
Quite short. A phrase. Or some sort. Then you hear Veron says, "Could we have a day to think about this?" Then Iridessa says, "If I don't have an answer in 24 hours, consider the deal void. And I'm afraid my hospitality will have to come to an end." Then you hear, like, almost like the movement, and then you see Verona stepping out from the tent. Then she looks straight at you, Oracus.
I look straight at her.
Argus is just standing one. He's not doing anything.
Yeah.
He's using his tools!
He's fine.
I'll
He's a
look at
smart
her.
boy.
So what does she want?
Let's talk outside.
I want to see how if she is like shaken up or not. Do you know what I mean? Like
She's
what is her
shaken.
demeanor? Oh my god, my English.
She's
Okay.
shaken. She's
Okay.
visibly nervous.
Okay. All right. Well, so like outside, I guess we are going.
Yeah. You make your way out, like, to the dock area.
Mm.
She kind of sits down and catches her breath.
Now you see what we are dealing with.
It's been a while since I felt an aura this oppressing.
Do we feel any oppressing aura? Like,
We are
Yes.
too noob.
as in,
Oh,
okay,
really?
yes, but like it's like
Not
okay, no, she's
yeah,
good,
it's like,
but-
yeah, she's scary. Yeah, she's scary. That kind, but not like.
We are not attuned to pick it
Oh,
up.
okay, okay, I get it.
Hmm. She's yes. I don't even have words.
And
The
you
deal
with her?
does not inspire confidence.
Okay.
What exactly
What
was
what
the
is
deal
what are the terms?
She wants the heart.
Mhm.
that we know?
She wants 30 large diamonds.
Okay. Which she can't procure herself, even though she's almighty and powerful. Interesting, but okay.
Very specific diamonds.
Like resurrection diamonds.
The cut of the diamond is very specific. It's from a dwarven kingdom.
Okay.
Do you know what they're for?
Yeah.
I know
Listen,
that they are very, very very expensive diamonds and extremely rare, and it's very unlikely that we would be able to procure 30. And even if we were, we would have to use at least 40% of our treasury.
Okay. So basically, she's making a deal that she knows that we can't fulfill.
We can fulfill the deal.
40% of the treasury, really?
If your enemy sounds like they are building a super weapon, then they are most definitely building a super weapon.
It's not a super weapon.
Per person, whatever.
So what are these diamonds for?
I had to wager a guess. A reagent in a spell, most likely.
Super weapon.
Do you know what this spell does?
Or can do. What spell requires 30 diamonds? Not
No.
many.
No spell requires 30 diamonds. No spell that has
we
been
know
recorded
of.
in any spell book ever written requires 30 diamonds.
Except for the scrolls that are behind the shard wall.
She shakes her head.
Not even those?
Okay. Okay. So what are the okay, so if we give her this, the heart and that, what would they do in return?
Well, we guarantee the safety of our city. We exit the war. Broker in the Age of Peace.
With Everesca.
Agree
alone.
to retreat. And they may never step foot on Everescan soil.
For the side-eye oracles. Like, is that what you heard? Like, I'm not saying it out loud, but like, it's a very intentional, like,
Oh.
I nod as she says this, but do you trust her
No.
when she says this? What if they
Listen,
succeed?
If
Everesca
someone
no
is
longer-
so confident in making a deal that she can offer anything that we want with little to no consequence, it's not a deal we should be making.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly.
So it's a fight then?
It is tempting though.
no, it is not.
We should just ask her for, like, I don't know, money and be done with it.
Do you
we-
think Everesca will still be around if they succeed in whatever they're planning? They might not necessarily need to set foot on Everescan soil to get what they want. If anything, they haven't been setting foot on Everescan soil.
What if they just levitate throughout your entire territory? Would that be honoring the
The
terms of the
truth is
deal?
they have been on Everescan soil. They have been to the valley already,
Yeah.
and that is Everescan soil.
Yeah, that battle, the whole brother got mind sundered.
Then
That was Everescan.
Wasn't that?
This Everescan
Yeah, it was
territory already.
Everescan. It was the valley.
Yeah.
They-
Look, if they can power word, right? Like this 30 diamond thing does not bode well. Like that means they don't need to be anywhere to do whatever they want to do. They could say something and the whole world could change. For all we know.
Exactly, it might not even matter if they set foot or not.
It was good that you brokered the deal because at least we know something. At least we know that they need reagents for something. At least we got that bit of information. They need 30 diamonds. Why?
Why can't they
30
procure it themselves? They
30
do not
of
have the
the
resources.
Dwarven make something?
30 of the best, most finely cut diamonds from the kingdom of the dwarves. I have no idea why. I honestly don't know if you can even find diamonds in the Feywild.
But if they know the existence
Where
of
they
this diamond, what's stopping them from just getting
going
it?
and getting it themselves.
Maybe they are. Perhaps dealing in both diplomacy as well as having a plan B
Mm.
works for them.
Mm.
We do know that Ethelwine acquired a diamond from Valhar.
That is
Was
not
it?
dwarven made.
Yeah.
If it is
It's not.
sold in Valhalla, it is not of dwarven make.
She traded a scroll of wish for it.
Did you check the scroll?
Beyond my expertise.
Okay. Not important. Anyway, I need to bring this news back to the capital and present it to the council.
Is there,
Just
is there any chance you could counter with another offer that doesn't, like we get less, but she also doesn't ask for 30 diamonds? But I feel like one way or another she's going to get the heart from us. And, well,
we'll try our best. I don't think we can do the diamonds. We might have to reshape the deal. I'll be back in 3 to 4 hours.
5 minutes.
Before-
Okay.
Well, Verana's gone. Let's make a deal for 1 million gold.
Could the 5 of you just perhaps sit tight here and not
Yeah,
run
where will we
around?
go?
Keep an eye on her. Maybe you'll find out something useful. Make friendly conversation, maybe.
um,
We'll try.
yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll be right back then. Then she bamps.
Damn. Think of the cost you save when you don't have to pay for horses.
Think of waypoint cost, not. Is Iridessa in the tent?
Are you going back down?
Yeah, I go back
let's not-
down.
Let's not be weird about it. Come on,
Yes.
don't be weird about it. Please don't be weird about it.
I'm not gonna be weird about it. I'm just gonna go and ask her.
Hey, how about them
Yes.
diamonds?
Seems
Huh?
so casual.
You just need to cover our complete physical transformation. I know a person.
So how was your chat with Verona? I walk up to her.
She looks at you. Sit.
Oh,
Could I offer you some tea?
Is my tea still in the room because I didn't finish it?
It was cleared. She offers you another cup.
Sure, I'll take a sip. Still tastes like grass?
Yes. It was a lovely chat.
So, what do you need 30 diamonds for?
What do... Don't you have a rather competent spellcaster in your little... What do you folk call it? Group? Party? Band of misfits?
Well, even Verona doesn't know what it's for.
Pity.
I mean, clearly letting us know will not affect your plans. Why not just tell us?
Could tell you. Now what your memory?
That important, huh?
She smiles.
Well,
Well, now that we've discussed the weird political stuff,
Mm.
what's up with Bastion and all these people? Are you just gonna like? I'm pretty sure there's mold in here. It can't be good for anyone's lungs.
I'm doing these people a favor, saving the ones Bastion has cast aside.
Do you genuinely care for them?
If I didn't, do you think I would have raised this temple?
I think you raised the temple for other purposes.
What do you think I raised the temple for?
Access to Queen Eladrion's secrets.
What secrets do you think she had that I didn't already know?
Why this temple then? I mean, surely there are better
Do
places to
you
camp out.
do you see many suitable locations in this march? In close proximity to the city?
If you can raise a temple, why not just build a shelter? Surely it's within your means.
People needed hope. What better way to provide hope than the living legend?
This isn't like your old house, is it?
She shrugs.
Are you the queen?
I flattered, but I'm think of myself as far more intelligent and resourceful.
So what's gonna happen to these people?
What do you mean what's going to happen to these people? If Bastion doesn't attack us, nothing's going to happen to these people.
I mean, you make everything sound so inevitable. What's the end game here?
Why does there have to be an end game? Why can I not do good? Is there this preordained image that you have of me in your head that for some strange reason I can't help these people? I
Well, you
can't
destroyed
provide
my
them
home.
with... Son, it was not me. It was my daughter.
Working towards the goals of the Court of Hollows?
That's the goals of the king.
Are your
Of the
goals not
Court of
aligned?
Hollows.
While I share the same goals, the way I operate is slightly different.
So did you start this, or did Bastion?
You should ask them when they started hanging people. Pretty sure it was before I came around.
Just strikes me as odd as neither side's been able to give us a clear picture on who's the aggressor and why they're aggressing on each other. Seems like a senseless conflict if you ask me.
Do you see armed men or women around you?
Just to be clear, we are not in approval of Bastion's actions. Why this facade, parade, this back and forth? I mean, clearly if you wanted to, you could destroy Bastion.
Here's the thing, I don't want to destroy Bastion because I know there are innocent people behind those walls. If I wanted to destroy Bastion, my little pet could have destroyed Bastion in a day. But I don't want to destroy Bastion. What I want to do is kill every single one of those soldiers who hanged my people. And
Why are
shot
they your people?
my people. people who are naturally gifted in magic from young, hunted and killed.
And they said that their reasoning that they gave us was that because magic users were encroaching on the lands of Bastion. Was that all a lie? Was that an excuse for Delphine's crusades?
You undoubtedly are going to hear two stories, whichever you choose to believe. It's up to you, but let me ask. When you arrived, did anyone point bows and arrows or guns at you when you arrived at this temple? Then ask yourself, when you arrived at Bastion, how many guns did you see trained on you and your party?
I mean, as magic users, you don't need to train anything on someone.
How much magic have you sensed since coming here? Your magic users, please feel free to sweep the area if you'd like. We have nothing to hide.
I'm not saying you have anything to hide.
You're already telling us what we know. We have noted the restraint shown in the lizard folks village, that an attack was really no such attack. We have noted that we have seen basically no real witch hanging on the walls of Bastion. We just don't understand why.
If I don't aggress, if I do not try to train my people to fight back for what is theirs, there will come a day when Bastion will somehow gather its allies and march upon my people and kill them all.
It still does not answer the question of why. Is this just one crazy woman's vendetta? Or does it reach far beyond that?
Let me ask you a question. If I was to kill her in her sleep tonight, will that end this conflict?
No, it would make her a martyr.
Exactly.
So, what was the attack on her life, the attempt on her life few nights back? Was it not your doing?
It was, but it was a decision I regret. And I wish I could have called it off. She
You don't
pushed
seem
and
like
she forced my hand.
You don't seem like the temperamental sort.
I can get very temperamental given the right push.
What did she do? Or what did someone do?
One of the corpses hanging out at the city gate was a handmaiden of mine. Someone I was trusted.
Fair enough.
Listen, you have these preconceived notions of what the court is like. My children are a little crude, violent, prone to bouts of insanity at times. I think you find that I am much easier to deal with. I think you should take the deal.
What else to say? to what end this bastion thing? Like if you know, like you attack like as a scare tactic, and then like she comes out and then like does like a rampage or some random like village somewhere, and it's like back and forth like forever, constantly. Like what is the
We can't help if we don't understand why their prejudice
because
even
it's like
begins.
it's a reactionary thing, right? Like she does something, therefore you do something, and then because you do something, then she therefore does something. So there is no end. There will never be an end. And then these people will forever be refugees and like not able to settle down and have a home and hone their craft or whatever. Like what this conflict doesn't help. Like the people who are affected the most are the people outside. Like you think they want to be in here in the temple? Like yes, maybe it gives them like some semblance of hope or whatever, but like they want to have homes, they want to, sleep in proper beds, go to school, like what, like have a life. Like how is this conflict, like this back and forth of showing magic versus guns or like whatever this the stupid thing is, like what is it, to what end? Like you can go on forever, we know that. Like these people don't live forever, right? Like you can go on. You're like, yeah, sure, I'll just every week or so send my divine dragon across and make them shit their pants, and like, okay, fine, maybe they will not retaliate for like a week or two, and then again it happens again. Then that was the point.
You see, she's contemplating your words. What would you have me do then?
Because I don't know your angle. I don't know why did this start. What is the purpose? Like, what are you?
Yeah,
Are you
is
trying
this-
to teach them a lesson? Like, what is having a conversation with the whatever her fate, like the high god, what blah blah blah. Like, is that something that you like should be done to find a middle ground somewhere? Like, what is? I don't know. I don't know your goals. Like you.
We have tried diplomacy. Messages sent have gone unheard or unreplied.
Like,
We have tried to bring them to the bargaining table at many a time. I should stop saying we. It's just me.
I mean, what is this, like a side project to you? Surely you must move on from Bastion.
Again,
yeah, at some time, and then what happens to them?
why
Then?
do you think that I can't be content with this life? Why do you think that for some reason I have to return to the Feywild, or for some reason I have something else better to do?
You are doing the king's bidding. Is this the king's bidding? Getting back
Once I am
Paper
done
Wine
with... Listen. This is what I want to do. The king's bidding be damned.
But what if he one day says, "I don't want you to do this anymore"?
He can speak to me directly then. I am
Then-
his mother after all.
But I don't say that. I think it.
So you do have sway over the king. Is it true that
I
Everest
think
will be
it's
left
like
alone?
I think it's like an Empress Dowager situation,
Yeah.
so he doesn't have that much influence.
Yeah, but is it true then that Everest will be left alone if this deal is concluded?
We will pull back our armies, and the court and all of our men and women, creatures, beasts, whatever you want to call it, will never set foot in Nebraska.
Will there still be an Everesca?
You speak to me like I am a prophet of some kind. How am I supposed to know if there will be an Everest in the future? If a meteor was to fall on the city in the next 15 years, there won't be an Everest, perhaps.
If it's a meteor that was conjured by the Court of Hollows,
We are speaking in imaginary ideas. The court would not be responsible for the meteor.
I want an insight check.
Which part?
Is she saying that someone will be responsible?
No, she's saying the court will not be responsible.
Yeah, implying that someone else will be responsible. That's why I'm trying to.
I feel like you're
Just
trying
start.
to push the reading too much into it. She's literally
Sure.
just saying, yeah.
Okay.
Look, we're getting distracted again. All this Court of Hollows business is not a problem that we can solve. Obviously, it's why we brought in Verona. But at least I hope to make a difference to the lives of people of Bastion. And if we don't understand the conflict fully, there's nothing more we can do for this city. And in a few days,
If
we
you'd
will
like
leave.
to resolve this conflict, bring whoever it is who sits in the throne to the bargaining table.
So when you said you send messages, missives or whatever to try to get diplomacy, blah blah blah, like how were these messages sent? Via whom?
She opens her palm and you can see the vines twist out of her flesh and form a bird.
Okay. So knowing your opponent is a thing, right? In warfare, like understanding the weaknesses and the strengths and the blah blah blah, right? So if you know that this person is so averse to magic, you would know that by sending something like that, it's going to be ignored, right?
I don't see the point of us talking about this. It's not leading anywhere. Who are like? I mean, I get where we're coming from, but are you really in a position to lecture someone like her?
No, I'm not lecturing her. I'm just trying to understand.
I think
what
it's
she's
pretty
doing.
clear. She sees something she doesn't like with Bastion, and Bastion has their own issues with, like, their own reasons for doing something, and it's just two sides that can't see eye to eye. So, I mean, we can go around and say whatever we want, but that's the truth, right? No matter how we try to explain it to ourselves, no one's going to get out of this winning. There's no winning here. What are we trying to do here? Feel more justified for whatever we are fighting for?
Yes, maybe.
But why? Like, how would that help? How would that help all the people in this temple? How would it help Bastion become a better place? I don't understand what's going on here. Like,
No, my point is very simple. In a few days, we leave. Whether we want to or not, the bigger campaign, this war, this battle of the plains, it will go on and we will go on to be a part of it. And the next time we meet in Redessa here, it would probably end in blood. But now, within what time we have, if we can do anything to at least make the situation better, then that's what I want to pursue. It's not about feeling justified, it's just about understanding
well,
which party needs to.
I don't see much of that happening here. It's just us trying to poke open whatever we're hearing Iridessa say. If we really want to help, I mean, isn't it kind of obvious? We just need to bring Highblade to speak with her, no?
And which is why I'm trying to understand why the High Blade and the High Inquisitor even have a problem with this magic users, and
Well,
it seems that no one has that answer.
Well, I mean, isn't it just the High Inquisitor's thing to hate magic because of her story, like her past? I mean, I think that's reason enough. I don't think she needs to have like a complex end goal or anything. She just doesn't like magic. There's no grander story or reason here. I think she just really doesn't like magic, and she's in a position to make it so that she don't have to see people use magic, so she can do so.
If that's all there is to it, then fair enough.
I mean, we don't know, right? That's the thing. So no matter how much we keep talking amongst ourselves and trying to reason which side's better or fighting for the right cause, it's not going to matter. In the first place, like, there's never going to be a side that wins, because people are going to get hurt and lives are going to be lost and families are going, like, homes are going to be destroyed. Like, we've seen that so much, and it's I feel like I don't even know what we are doing anymore. Like,
I just want to say, okay, Iridasa is still here, right? Was Grey Home and Valhar the court's doing?
She looks up at you and says, different people within the court, yes.
There is a significance between those places and Bastion. Surely it must not be a coincidence.
What are you implying?
Are you really here for the good of these people? Is there another motive for you being here?
Again, let me repeat myself. To my people, I do my duty as queen to protect them, and I serve the court as well.
So bringing your people away is not really a solution.
I would much rather return my people to their city with the assurance that they will not be slaughtered. When that day comes, I will leave in peace.
Well, I don't know what we can do. As much as we would like that as well, I don't know what we can do, considering you have a little less than a day before this deal is concluded or not.
What does this deal have to do with Bastion? It would appear that Evereska does not even care about Bastion. That was not even part of the deal.
It will appear so.
I was quite surprised. I expected more. Perhaps it's true. Maybe people in the material realm are more inclined towards self-preservation.
would like to take my leave. Thank you for your hospitality, and I hope it works out between the powers that be. Give a very shallow bow, and I tend to take my leave.
There's about 3 hours, 2-3 hours left. If the 4 of you would like, the 5 of you would like do anything.
Well, I have left. I don't know about the rest.
Esclav, do you want to ask about Lyra?
I shake my head.
She appears to be peeling peanuts and putting them into a bowl.
Since you're just killing time. So, what do you do in your free time around here? Seems like you have a lot.
Oh, currently I'm peeling peanuts.
I can see that.
Sometimes I help with the cooking, sometimes I help prepare medicine. Plenty to do around here.
Can you not heal people with magical means?
I could.
Can your people not do the same? You are training them, aren't you?
There is a reason why you should not be too dependent on magic. When you train people to be fully dependent on magic, you have, and then she gestures, Everesca. A city so dependent on magic, they've forgotten what it's like to go without it, and you get complacent.
Isilya, no response. I just should have looked at Isilya.
Flamed, you know.
I'm just napping.
Oh, that's fair. I take another sip of the grassy tea. So what's this from then?
Seaweed
Tastes like
tea.
Seaweed
Seaweed tea?
Yeah.
from the
We
marsh?
dry the seaweed and then we use it to make tea.
Do you like the taste?
It's hard to grow tea in a marsh.
Would you like some? Vervin has some, right?
Yeah.
I would love some. I have not had tea in a long time.
Manga leaves.
How much manga leaves are you going to use?
Oh no.
One sec, let me bring up my.
What was it, like half an ounce or something?
A quarter of an ounce.
To knock out someone?
No. It was
like
like
1 ounce or
yeah,
something.
it was like 1 ounce to knock out someone. I'm doing a quarter of an ounce, and
So
I'll
that's the
use
recommended.
yeah, the recommended with the traveler's flask, so it's nice and hot.
Wow, I'm surprised you didn't try and knock her out. Surprise, Vervin.
No.
I feel like that would have backfired so badly.
Yeah, I would have died.
You never know, right?
Never know, but I mean, we are sort of like at a ceasefire now, right?
Just wondering, right? But when did this enter my inventory? This potion of water breathing.
The previous session.
We bought it because we wanted
No, you
to.
didn't. You got it for free.
Oh, yeah, we got it from Verona for free because we thought we're gonna be swimming in the sunken temple.
Interesting.
She sips on the tea and says, I am pleasantly surprised. I didn't think that meeting with people who killed my daughter would result in me having a pleasant cup of tea, but here we are. Thank you.
Again, it wasn't personal.
Damn, I'm gonna excuse myself from the tent because it's getting kind of awkward, right?
She says,
gonna
can
leave
I,
the tent.
before you leave, can I have your hand?
Okay.
I would like to thank you for the tea.
Sure. I shake her hand.
You see, she kind of draws a rune of some sort into your hand. It glows light green for a while before it disappears.
Okay, dude.
I raise an eyebrow. What was
Okay,
that?
I'm like, what was that?
If you just focus, just close your eyes, just
I
humor me,
close my eyes and focus.
and then extend your palm
Okay.
and just focus on the shape of a bird.
Okay.
You don't see this because your eyes are closed, but Oracus, you see these vines twist and creep up from the rune that was drawn and form a small bird in Vervan's hand, and it starts flapping its wings.
Vernon, you're a witch!
Well, I don't see it, so I'm just gonna keep focusing on the bird. What happens if I lose focus and open my eyes?
But the bird's already formed, sir.
Oh, okay, the bird's already formed. Well, check out this cool bird, boys.
You can
Very interesting.
use that once a long rest.
Mm,
Wow.
Do what?
Well,
The bird is not controlled by you, but you can give it simple commands, like to deliver a written message or something.
wow. Thank you.
Can you teach
I
him how to
didn't think
do
I
a
would need
dragon?
this.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's quite at that level yet.
I'm a shit spellcaster.
I hope you find use for it.
Thank you. Very much appreciated.
She smiles and nods and continues drinking the tea that you gave her.
Okay, I'm gonna leave, right? And I'm gonna go back to where I saw that gap in the towel.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna send the bird down.
No, no, no. I'm not gonna send the bird down. How big is the hole in the towel? Not very big, right?
You
What
can
could fit
squeeze
inside it?
fingers.
I could squeeze fingers, so I could throw a rock down there, like a
Yeah.
pebble.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna find a pebble nearby.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I'm gonna cast light on it. I'm gonna throw it down.
Okay.
Can I see how, like, does the pebble go very far down?
It goes like maybe one floor and you hear a plop, soft plop. Almost like the stone lands in water.
Of course, it lands in water, right? That's where the water goes. Okay, well, it's not that far down. Just one extra story below. Okay. I see. Guys, anyone want to go down?
I don't know you're doing this, right? Because I'm still in a tent.
Yeah,
By
you are.
myself.
Yeah. I'll continue drinking. I'll finish up the seaweed tea.
Okay. Haskell, what are you doing?
uh, nothing in particular. Just chilling in the tent.
Okay. Everybody who's chilling can chill. And anybody
Yeah,
will follow
I-
Vervan then.
yeah. I would like to actually observe what kind of soup they're making. Like, is it literally just like marsh soup? Like, it's just like garbage soup.
It's soup that's made up with like root vegetables and stuff. It's quite simple and bland.
Okay, what if I traded them something for favors? What does a favor even grant me in this currency? Like, what is the use of a favor?
It depends on what you want.
Okay.
Access to the lower floors.
No, I mean, like, what can they provide? Let's see, they have like a shitty blacksmith, like a shitty tailor.
Sometimes people trade like, for example, you patch up the tent. You heard things like, okay, I'll trade you this. You can give me this, and I'll patch up your tent, or I'll mend your clothes for you, or I'll help you carry this from like this heavy thing for you or something like that. So these are like
Oh.
favors. Simple things.
Okay.
And they're like
Well,
more
I
expensive
would-
stuff you haven't really seen yet.
I will approach whoever is making the swamp soup,
It's an old man.
and I would like to talk to him, and I would say,
Hello.
Young
man.
wait,
The northern man. Wait, come closer.
oh yeah, I'll go closer and I'll shout, well,
Me
into his ear.
blind in one eye and half blind in the other.
Oh, that's fine. I was just wondering, you're making this wonderful soup here.
You're
How
gonna-
does it
He's
taste?
gonna like runs his hand over your hair and your
Yeah, sure.
very
Go ahead, go
hairy
ahead.
man.
Yes, very much so. Go ahead. What kind of soup are you
What?
making? What soup? What soup is this? What does it taste like? Can I try some?
What is your name? Why do you have hair on your neck?
Oh, I'm Vervin. Well, I'm not a human, so sometimes I have hair where humans don't have hair.
Like on your butt?
Yes, on my butt.
Okay. Would you can have a bowl of soup if you like. You
Yeah, I
can
would just like
ladles
to
up.
try some.
He ladles
Just a
up
bit.
ladles you a bowl of soup.
Okay, I try it.
It's shit.
Okay. Oh man, I think I have a little bit of something that might make your soup a bit better.
What
Could I
is it?
trade you something for it? Do you have any sort of mushrooms or local delicacies that I could trade for it?
We have these, and he kind of pulls out some old moldy carrots.
Any mushrooms from the area? Any seaweed, dried seaweed?
We have yes. And he kind of pulls out some dried seaweed. There's a layer of dust on it.
Damn it, dude! It doesn't have anything useful.
Do you know where you are? You're in a refugee camp that happens to be in the swamp.
Hmm. Okay.
How
old
about
man.
this? Then he pulls out a potato.
Okay, I'll take. Okay, what if I give you some herbs and spices for your
His
soup?
eyes open wide. His jaw
For-
drops.
for for the dried seaweed. Yeah, I'll help him out, and I'll take the dried seaweed.
Son, get him all the dried seaweed. You see the son comes back with like a whole giant basket of dried seaweed and pushes it to you.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I could make use of this.
You try lifting up the dried seaweed, and okay, you have the extra lifting ability, right?
Yeah,
Oh my
powerful
god,
build.
it actually came in handy.
It's very heavy. It's a lot of dried
Okay,
seaweed.
well, I don't want so much. I want enough that you know,
I insist. For
Okay,
herbs
okay.
and spices.
Okay, I'll try my best
I
to
have
put.
not seen that in. It feels like years.
I will put as much as possible into my bag,
soup.
and I'll pass the rest back to him. The dried seaweed.
Okay, you can add. How much do you want? 50 sheets?
Yeah, like 50 sheets. Tao kei noi.
Oh, it's not Taokeno, you know. It's literally, you know, the fucking nori.
Oh yeah.
In the
nori.
Japanese
okay, sure.
seaweed.
Yeah, sure. Like
The
really
dried
dried.
one.
Yeah.
Like kombu.
Yeah, kombu.
Oh, like kombu? Okay, yeah. I'll take it still. Yeah.
It's like kombu, but I imagine it doesn't taste half as good as kombu. It doesn't even taste like one of
Yeah.
100 as good as kombu.
Like fake kombu, konjac jelly kombu.
Sure. Yes. Okay, you have 50 sheets of dried seaweed. Well, you can add it to your inventory.
Okay, cool. And I will part ways with half of my herbs and spices.
Okay.
Because I remember I purchased herbs and spices back when we were in Valhalla.
Yes.
It was not that much. It was like a
You
pouch full, which I
indicate
guess
the-
in context of.
Before I forget, can you indicate the approximate value of the 50 sheets beside it?
Okay.
It's 2 copper.
2 copper? Okay. Well, I think I paid about that much for those herbs and spices anyways.
No, you did not.
I paid somewhere, like, I paid a couple of silver for it, I remember.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's 2 copper for the 50 sheets of seaweed, sir.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll,
Alright.
we'll make use of this in the future.
Okay. Sure. Anything else, sir?
Nope, that is it. A very interesting, eye-opening experience drinking nothing soup.
Okay. Anybody else want to do something? If not, Verona's returning. Okay, Verona returned. The people in the tent. She rudely awakened by her. She steps in. She's like, I'm back.
Does that mean we go out now?
We step out, yeah.
Just give
Yes.
us a small wave.
Thank
Let
you.
the adults talk.
Yes, thank you. Extended conversation for about another half an hour.
I'm not gonna eavesdrop this time.
Okay, before Verona exits, she's like, okay, outside real quick. And she says, well, we did manage to get her to drop the diamond cost. But I will need the heart.
What are we getting in return?
They won't step foot in Everescan soil. Still. But they're not retreating to the Feywild.
Okay.
About a Netheril and the Shan wall. Are you going to do anything about it?
There was a promise of reinforcing the Mythal that they promised to help us with, but they won't do that unless we get the diamonds. We'll have to make do ourselves. This is the best we can do. And I think it's a decent deal. The council are the ones who are pushing my hand.
Do you think it's a decent deal? Do you think it's a deal that we should make?
I think it's best that we can do.
This will probably mean that Ethelwine comes back.
She will not be a threat if she's not allowed to step foot on our soil.
Not to you.
I don't mean to sound selfish, but your home is already gone. I have my home to look out for.
Every day, Oracus becomes closer to chaotic.
Are we handing it over?
Do we have a choice if a deal was made? We're gonna.
We
If
haven't
I-
signed anything yet. We're not signing anything with the heart still in our possession.
I'll hand it over to Verona and I'll tell her that whichever way the politics go, I speak for myself. I will not let this matter rest and I will pursue the Court of Hollows to the ends of the plains, material or otherwise. I don't care if you consider them your allies, or I don't care for any treaty or truce, or who's helping who repair whose city and whose metal. And then I'll hand the hut to her.
Wait, so if they aren't behind the whole Shan wall and trying to do stuff to it, then what's happening there? Like, is it just something that
I don't know what's going on behind the Shan wall. Just leave that matter. Leave that matter for a later date. We have a chance, or at least the council believes that we have a chance to actually end the war now. And we can focus on rebuilding our city, rebuilding the Mythal without the threat of being attacked.
Do it. Do it.
I mean, that sounds good.
I think I will sign this agreement. She takes the heart from you, Seifrid. You can see she goes back down the stairs, leaving the 5 of you there at the door.
Well, that's
Nice. Campaign
Good.
over.
that's good, right? I mean, if we stop the war,
We won a battle. The war's not over.
well, I mean,
I'm very sure this is not the last you'll see of them.
yeah. Well, at least for now, it seems like things are going okay.
I think you've bought yourself a few months at least.
Well, sure, but well, we did what we were set out to do? Question mark.
We did not at all.
We
We were
did.
supposed to get Bastion's troops to
Well-
Everesca, right?
But this is better, right?
Well,
But,
yeah,
like-
but this is now it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, right, right.
Maybe.
I think we could use the brief respite. We've been on the defensive the past few months. Now it's time to prepare and strike first. You know they'll be back in some way, shape, or form.
How do we help Bastion? Or well, not help Bastion, but resolve whatever.
Yeah,
this-
what are we gonna tell Octavia?
The truth that they are willing to parley, and
No, I mean, obviously we're not gonna get rid of the coven now, right?
well,
Are we?
I,
there is no coven.
yeah. Do you think we could just say like, well, the coven is gone, cause there was never a coven? We can leave that part out. Oh, well,
I don't think anything is gonna change even when we leave.
Yeah.
Iridessa is still gonna do her Iridessa things.
She's only going to do her things if they continue to prosecute the magic users.
Yeah. and,
Which
it's
Octavia
going to
obviously will.
happen, Yeah.
There's not gonna be
You
a
have to
need
leave.
for. There's not gonna be a need for the Bastion army anymore, right? Because the threat doesn't exist in Everesca anymore.
For now, yeah, sure.
But
So
I feel like
I'm talking about what's gonna happen to the people here.
yeah, I feel like
Are we gonna
Justine seems to be a better person to. I mean, for the future of.
I don't know
I
about
see.
that. Sword his swords seem just as prejudiced as Octavia is.
Don't think so. I think no one is quite as prejudiced as Octavia.
Well, I think. I don't know.
Okay, Verona will come back up. Since this is done.
So what now?
Well, 5 of you have earned yourself the rest. But there is favor the city would have if the 5 of you are up for it. Shouldn't take too much of your time, and after you're done, your house is waiting back in Everesca. Your mansion, I mean.
Could
filler episode.
could we hear about this favor first?
Did Lark?
Yes, in Lok.
It's past the swamp, right? Like the other way.
No, it's further west, I think.
For the west, yes. We, as you know, we have a spy master. It's currently based out of Lok. Magical means of communication don't exactly work very well with him. For very spy master reasons. I don't even know how to go about looking for him. He goes by the name Wyvern in the city.
You lost your spy master.
only the good spy masters elude their own city, I guess.
Not a very good spy master if he's not responding to his patron.
He returns with information when he deems it necessary.
Okay.
Get him back to the city. He's no longer required in Locke. With the situation resolved.
Anyway, we can reach out to him.
You could start with the asking around.
Asking around for a
Hey,
spy.
do you know about this
Hey,
guy called
looking for a
Wyvern?
spy.
Go by his name, and I mean, can't be that hard. And it just chuckles a bit.
Um,
I
would
just roll my
you-
eyes.
Would you happen to know what he looks like?
Look, he usually wears a mask. So
What a
not really.
surprise. Okay.
I'll be very honest, I haven't even seen him before.
Oh. Do you know if he's
Oh my god.
tall? Short?
When we say he, it might not be a he,
Well,
so
okay, that's rude of me, yes.
Them.
Damn.
it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully you find him in like a day or two and then return home as soon as you can.
Well, something tells me we'll be at Lock for longer than a day or two.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
got some-
you
I
should
got
you
instincts.
really shouldn't take more than a day.
Go to log. There's some vampires
But you never know what the hand of
in the
fate has in store.
basement.
Really
Blood
should not take more
rubies.
than a day or two. It's not the kind of place you want to stay for more than a day or two.
Really?
Ah, okay.
Unfortunately, I don't
Vampires.
think it's gonna be
Yeah, okay.
up
Very
to
well.
us.
In any case, we too have a favor to request of you. We've left some war orphans behind on our journey, and someone needs to bring them back to Evereska.
War orphans.
Oh yes, if you ever heard of this settlement called Vorain in the Forgotten Forest.
Huh?
I'll just give her like pretty detailed like so yeah, I'll just tell her about you can't miss it. There's this really gigantic tree in the middle near the middle of Forgotten Forest. There used to be a settlement there, and then yeah, we left like two children, yes. And we say we'll be back to get them once we're done at Bastion, but yeah, I mean they should get a safe home in Nebraska. You could drop them by our mansion for now, if it's not too much hassle to pick them up.
Well, the boy is Evereskin.
Oh yes. That old man probably looking for him.
Right. I will see to it. Consider it done.
Verona, just like, do you know, like we were talking about something.
Yes.
Should we now later? No.
Next session.
Yes. Okay, but
Yes.
okay.
Now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He pulls you aside and we'll pick that up next session. Kasklav.
Okay.
Alright. Before she finishes, she shows you the agreement or her copy of the agreement. It's signed in blood.
Okay.
Her blood and Iridasa's blood.
There are two stamps on it. One is the seal of Evereska, and the other is the seal of the Court of Hollows, the heart of the tree.
God damn.
I look
Next
at
week is,
Verona. Any significance to the blood?
He insisted.
Oh.
Symbolic or magical?
He says. Probably makes it more binding. Well, if you excuse us, then she pulls Castle off to the side.
Look back, like,
That means
I'll
next
be
week
right
is
back.
next week is filler episode.
What is next week filler episode?
Go to log. Hey, Wyvern.
There's no such thing.
Long is not filler episode,
There's
dude.
there's no
There's a
filler
whole-
episodes.
Yeah,
There's no filler
I mean, there's a
episodes.
reason. There's a reason why he never come back, right? Right.
No,
No,
I mean,
Verban's missing the
yeah,
Verban's
it's
missing the
totally
plot.
missing the point.
Yeah. There's
a lot of blood.
vampires. There's blood rubies. It's
There's
either gonna be
black
vampires or
diamonds.
zombies, lah. It's always the same. Vampires or
I am on
zombies.
reservist end
There's
of
black
July,
diamonds.
End of July.
all the way through August. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Are we
fine.
gonna?
Oh shit,
shit.
bro.
It's okay. We'll be
We
fighting.
got many time. We got many weeks before that.
You won't need me around for it.
You'll be controlled by DM anyway.
All right, GG's boys.
GG,
This
GG.
took an unexpected turn, but maybe for the better. Didn't expect this to
What
play
do
out
you
like that.
expect? That we
Didn't
fight
expect
her.
it to play out like that, nah. I expected a different deal to be cut. I
Personally,
didn't expect you to pull Verona in. That was quite smart. But it also played the plot differently.
of course.
She
Mm.
just asked for an apple in exchange.
Pity.
Alright.
What will you ask
succeed.
her? Personal vine dragon.
Hmm?
Ask for personal vine dragon.
Could have been
Yeah.
done. Could have been
Holy
done.
You could have had a dragon.
I was thinking of what she could offer. A lot of things.
Yeah,
The Scroll of True Resurrection that Marion wanted,
easy.
easy.
Ability to cross the plains, probably doable.
Also doable.
But level 20 cannot.
No, that's our character.
It's meta data.
Yeah.
But
True res-
it's very hard.
True
I want to be
Resurrection.
like my master.
You want to have Scroll of Wish. 2 Scroll of Wish also she probably would have done.
Deck of many things. We just end the campaign now. I draw all the cards at once. It's like, hey, let me show you this riffle shuffle I learned. Like you pull out 5 cards.
Alright, GG guys. We'll see you next week.
GG.
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 Ah.